Okay. Okay, we don't want to depress the corrugation too much. You just want to get a nice connection there. And we're putting it together. You may have to give it a little bit of a encouragement to get it to go, a little wiggle. Make it really good and tight. You can see how you can really pull on this thing. Try not to cut your thumb, because especially when you're out there in the world, use something to hold it in place, because we want you to stay in one piece. And then something to cut that off is always a good idea, because you don't want to shade the solar cell. I'll put one more in just so you can get the idea. Let me change that direction. So far I haven't cut myself. I'm very happy about that. Oh, here's a tool you'll actually have in the field, so let me just use this thing to show you. It's called a screwdriver, this thing. There, that'll hold it in position. And don't let it shade the solar panel, so if you have a cutter, cut it. If you don't, bend it out of the way even. That'll do the trick as well. Okay. Okay. Also, in addition to the stainless steel zip ties, you can also use this utility wire that we send along to hold the panels. This will hold up very well in the elements. This is 14 gauge copper wire. Okay, so this is the solar coming out of the solar panels. This is the home run cable. When we hook up a home run cable on the roof, we want this Y pointed down. This will reduce the chances of water going down the wire and getting into our system. We connect it together, nice and tight. Pointing down, and these are our conduit standoffs, which we've already mounted to the roof. You can see the silicone sealing it underneath the standoff, the screw head in place, and this is going into the timbers or the wood framing under the roof. And this shows you how these pieces of half-inch conduit fit into the roof sections. You can see how that works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through the motions of mounting this so you can get a sense of what that looks like. See how the conduit runs wild beyond the panel? That's not a problem. We just want to make sure it reaches framing, and I'll just show you what a bolt looks like when it's going in as well. So you just put the bolt in. Let me get my fingers out of the way. And you want to make this good and tight. So you can hand tighten it. You can use the screwdriver, and that will bite really good on the conduit. And you can use a wrench or pliers to hold this in place while you get your final tightness in there. Make sure that it's going to stay up there through those cold Nepalese winters, and stand up for 20 good years. But do notice that the conduit is underneath the solar panel.